And we're back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us here on AM 790 WETB. It is a Monday, as you know, December the 19th, and it's cold out there. Cool, but ain't nothing like it is in other parts of the country. It's always worse somewhere else, the way my daddy always said. He said, it could be bad where you are some, but it can always be worse than normally it is. And so that's a good way to look at things. Here we go. Let's roll that music. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday in the National Football League. Goodness gracious. We will start. There we go. We will start in San Diego. The Raiders are going back to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years. Hit that bell. I love it. The Raiders back in the playoffs the first time in 14 years, earning a postseason spot on the same field where they were thoroughly humiliated in the Super Bowl back, 13 years ago in San Diego. Fittingly, the only player remaining from that roster, kicker Sebastian Janikowski, helping the Raiders punch their ticket, kicking a 44-yard field goal with 2:40 left. It's fourth of the game. The Raiders beat San Diego 19-16. By the way, Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego, 68,000 plus, about 80% were Raiders fans. The Charger fan base has stepped away from this football team. All that silver and black backing the Raiders, now 11-3, provided a surreal atmosphere of the game, which might be the Chargers' second to last game in San Diego after 56 seasons. More than likely, San Diego voters last month said no to a chance to build a stadium in downtown San Diego. Pretty certain they're going to be moving to Los Angeles after failing to get a big public subsidy to help them replace the aging Qualcomm Stadium. Raiders can be able to move too. Owner Mark Davis eyeing Las Vegas, although they'd still play in Oakland until a new stadium was built in Sin City. Chargers eliminated from the playoff chase when Miami beat the Jets on Saturday night. Chargers missing the postseason for the third time in Coach Mike McCoy's 4 seasons, and for the 6th time in 6 seasons overall. They've lost 21 out of the last 30 games. Not a good season for the San Diego Chargers, and again, they've been eliminated from postseason play. My boys, the Raiders, are back in the hunt. I love it. It's good stuff, and we appreciate that very much. Again, I know on the Facebook Live, we got a ceiling view. Thank you, Hunter. I'm trying to work this out. And so, anyway, we got a glare here on the Facebook Live. We're trying to fix that for you, but we are strong for sure on radio. And hello, Miss Vega and Hunter and Mark Alberson. Thank you, my friend. Last night, Ezekiel Elliott, big night for Jason Witten, by the way, from Elizabethton. Ezekiel Elliott celebrating a short touchdown run by jumping into an oversized Salvation Army red kittle. The red kettle, and so as a result of that, he will not be punished. There were some folks that he ought to be punished by the Salvation Army. Give me a break. Come on, man. What's the deal, you know? What is the problem? Hello, Kathy Sevilla, up in West Virginia watching the show. And again, we're audio only. If I can get this fixed, maybe I'll just hold it right here. We'll just try it that way. There's a glare here in the wind at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Ezekiel Elliott celebrating a short touchdown run by jumping into an oversized Salvation Army red kettle. Cowboys closed in on home field advantage in the playoffs. 26-20 victory over Tampa Bay last night. Cowboys now 12-2, bouncing back after the franchise record 11-game winning streak ended. And so Elliott had a big night last night, to say the least. Tampa Bay 9-5 had its 5-game winning streak snapped, fell a game behind Atlanta in the NFC South. Dallas stayed 2 games ahead of the New York Giants in the NFC East and needs a win without any help to clinch a home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. The NFL's rushing leader, Ezekiel Elliott, had a career-high 159 yards, including a 42-yard run. And so big night last night for him. Also, Dallas tight end Jason Witten from here in Elizabethton in Northeast Tennessee, passing former teammate Terrell Owens for 7th place on the career receptions list, getting his 1,079th catch on a 6-yarder in the second quarter. 34-year-old Witten in his 14th season had 8 catches in the first half, 10 total for the game, giving him 1,086 in his career. Jason Witten most certainly has punched his ticket to the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Jason Witten, one of 2 NFL tight ends with at least 1,000 catches and 10,000 yards receiving. How about that? That's awesome. One of 2. The other one was Tony Gonzalez. And, of course, Owen spent 3 of his 15 seasons with the Cowboys, and Jason Witten passes him last night. And so he's in 7th place in the career reception list in the entire National Football League. In his 14th season, one of only 2 NFL tight ends with at least 1,000 catches in his career and 10,000 yards receiving. So, yes, this guy's on his way to the NFL Hall of Fame, and he should be. Cowboys get a big win last night, 26-20 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that, of course, happened in Big D. What else happening in the National Football League from yesterday and last night? How about that game? We talked about it. Tennessee Titans get that big win over the Kansas City Chiefs in the frozen tundra, if you will, of Kansas City. Game time temperature 1 degree, wind chill -0 for the betterment of the ball game. Suck up, former Chief, had that 53-yard field goal into the wind to win the ball game for the Tennessee Titans, and big win for that football team. Ben, did you watch any of that at all? What'd you think about Jason Witten having a big night last night? Pretty impressive, wasn't it? Yeah, he jumped into the kettle. You're exactly right. And so there may be some ramifications. Do you think? I didn't see it. Do you think he should get in trouble for doing it? I think so. He's gotten a lot of PR for it. Hello, Mary Strusenberg. Hello, Travis Ward. Hello, Bobby Maupin in Nashville watching the show. We thank you for that. On Facebook Live, again, we're live here on the road at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, we're talking about the Salvation Army here this morning because he jumped into the red kettle. That's a pretty good deal. It's pretty good PR, nationally speaking, for the Salvation Army, who needs, we've been reading where they're running short on the funding for ringing the bells for the red kettle, so may give him a little jump start for him jumping into the big giant red kettle at the football game last night. Well, what I want to do, I want to watch that and doing it for a fun cause, or watching Antonio Brown do his sexual gyrations in the end zone after he makes a touchdown for the Steelers. There you go. Come on now. Let's go with the red kettle all day long. I don't need somebody doing what he does, the bumping, whatever crap is he does in the end zone. So just play the game, son. Act like you've been there. Anyway, then the Cowboys get a big win. Other NFL games from yesterday, the kicker who lost his job in Kansas City to an undrafted rookie in training camp a few years ago spoiled what was nearly a banner day for his former team. We're talking about Ryan Suckup. Kicked a 53-yarder through the uprights on the final play of the game. 19-17 win for the Tennessee Titans. Mike Mularkey could be in running for the Coach of the Year in the National Football League. He has turned his franchise around. Victory third straight for the Titans, kept him tied with Houston atop the AFC South. Also dashed a chance for the Chiefs, hate that for them, 10-4 to clinch their spot in the playoffs. They came into the day tied with the Raiders for first in the AFC West. Raiders got 2 more games, by the way. They got the Colts at home, and they wrap up things in Denver. Got a story about the Broncos here in a moment. Broncos had a little post-game locker room fight. In fact, the coach had to get in the middle of it and break it up. We're going to talk about that coming up here in a minute. Big win for the Titans, huge win. Congratulations to the head coach Mike Mularkey and his Titan football team. Third in a row. They're now 8-6, tied for Houston. By the way, they will finish out the regular season at home in 2 weeks in Nashville against who? The Houston Texans. It's going to be a huge football game for that football team for the Tennessee Titans. What else going on yesterday in the National Football League? We're live at Hardee's, by the way, in Colonial Heights, having a big time. Chris Boswell tied the club record with 6 field goals. Ben Roethlisberger threw a touchdown pass in the fourth quarter to beat the Bengals, who are 5-8-1. Pittsburgh, 9-5, has won 5 straight. Hello, Becky Roden. Good morning, young lady. Thank you for watching. We're at Hardee's in Colonial Heights, and yes, there is a glare on Facebook Live. Ain't a thing I can do about it, so I could do this. Then I can't read my notes, so I'm going to go with this, and I'll just leave it as it is. Tommy Boy, Pittsburgh 9-5 has won 5 straight, can clinch the AFC victory next Sunday against the Ravens. Steelers rally from a 14-point deficit and win on the road in Cincinnati against the Bengals. In Chicago, one of the coldest games on record in the Windy City, Aaron Rodgers hit Jordy Nelson with a 60-yard pass, set up Mason Crosby's 32-yard field goal, much like the Titans game as time expired in one of the coldest games ever played in Chicago. Ben Foyne, you say it's cold in Chicago, cold as that place is, known as the Windy City, then it must have been a cold football game, and it was. Packers moving ahead of Minnesota for second place. The NFC North pulled within a game of division leader Detroit. Tied the NFL's oldest rivalry for the first time since 1933. The Packers and the Bears, the record against the two is 94, 94, and 6. Wow, that's a lot of football. So the series record now, the Packers and the Bears, 94, 94, and 6. The Bears 3-11. Not very good, obviously. Game time temperature in Chicago, 11 degrees, minus 4-degree wind chill. You get that one started yesterday at Soldier Field in Chicago. Elsewhere in the National Football League, by the way, we're live again at Hardee's in Colonial Heights on this Monday. Tomorrow will be at American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. Wednesday will be at Brummett Sports in Elizabethton. Thursday at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City. And then Friday will be, this time around, at Food City. They want us, we were in Kingsport the last time. This time out, we're going to be at the new Food City, North State of Franklin, in North Johnson City. Ravens over the Eagles, 27-26. Ravens stopping Philadelphia's two-point conversion. Force left man of their playoff possibilities. If the Ravens can beat the Steelers on Christmas Day, and then Cincinnati in the regular season finale, Ravens win to the postseason as the AFC North champions. Don't see that happening. I don't think you win two like that, beating the Steelers and the Bengals, but they won yesterday 27-26 over Philadelphia in Baltimore. Other ball games, Atlanta beat the 49ers. What else is new? 49ers 1-13, extending franchise record with their 13th straight loss. It was the Falcons over the 49ers, 41-13 in Atlanta. And so Matt Ryan passing for a couple of touchdowns, and the Falcons clinching their first winning season since 2012. A couple of other games to tell you about, the Bills and the Browns. Let's take a big yawn. Bills over the Browns, 33-13. LaShawn McCoy had a season-best 153 yards rushing. Bills keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Cleveland dropping to 0-14, matching the second worst start to a season set by the 1976 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cleveland has lost 17 straight dating back to last year. They are terrible, bless their hearts, 33-13. A couple of other finals, it was the Giants over the Lions, 17-6. NFC North leading Detroit and won 5 in a row. They're now 9-5. 8th and 9 games for the Giants are 10-4, giving them their best record through 14 games since 2008. Odell Beckham Jr. made another one-handed touchdown catch on a replay. Man, it's something to see, too. This guy's the real deal. He can make some fabulous catches. Giants over the Lions in East Rutherford, 17-6 the final there. And one more to pass on to the Colts all over the Vikings. You're talking about a team that's imploded. They come out of the gate at 6-0 to the Minnesota Vikings. 6-0, and the Vikings now are 7-7. You can do the math. They lose 31-6 in Minneapolis at home to the Colts. Andrew Luck, 250 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Robert Turbin rushed for 2 TDs. Mike Adams for the Colts forcing a fumble and added an interception for Indianapolis, now 7-7. Adrian Peterson came back from an injury, didn't do much. He'd been out all season with extensive knee surgery. And 22 yards on 6 carries. Lost the fumble in his first game back from a knee injury. Vikings at 7-7. And so they 31-6 final, they lose to the Colts at home in Minneapolis. So that's your NFL rundown. As we, of course, had some games earlier in the week. So you had Seattle beating the Rams on Thursday. Saturday, the Dolphins beat the Jets 34-13. Tonight, Carolina and Washington. On Monday Night Football, Redskins are going with a record of 7-5-1. Carolina trying to play the spoiler now at 5-8. They'll play that one in the nation's capital tonight. Could be a little frosty night in D.C. this evening. Then on Thursday, you've got the Giants at Philadelphia. Then on Saturday, a lot of the games are played on Saturday, Christmas Eve, including the Raiders will be at home against the Indianapolis Colts and the Black Hole in Oakland. And so next game up tonight, Carolina, Washington, and then again the Giants at Philadelphia coming up on Thursday. We've got a list. Of course, Gus Bradley released as the coach of the Jacksonville Jags. Without question, one of the worst coaches ever. His numbers say that, again, in the history of the National Football League. And so they are looking for replacements now in Jacksonville. Here's my question. Why now? You're 2 games out. You know, you've tanked it for the season. Again, Jacksonville right now with a record of, what are they? They are 2-12, 2 games to play. Why do you can the guy now? I mean, what's the point? You wait, ride it out and say, okay, you're no longer with us. Fire him today after the season's over if you so desire. But why can't him with 2 games left of the season? So got an interim coach there, obviously, and so they've already started looking at the reasoning, apparently, is that they can kind of get ready to get a new coach and start looking around and start the interview process. Here are some of the folks we're looking at. Doug Marrone, the offensive line coach for Jacksonville. Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator in New England. Kyle Shanahan, the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. Tom Coughlin, the ex-Giants coach. And so he could return his old stomping grounds, try and give the Jags a little bit of life into a very tough program right now that's struggling in Jacksonville. Maybe Sean Payton, the head coach of the Saints, he's a possibility. I love this guy, Jim Bob Cooter. You got to love a guy named Jim Bob. Jim Bob Cooter, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, is also a candidate. Then Sean McDermott, the defensive coordinator for the Panthers. Also, a name's been batted around now as a possible replacement for the fired Gus Bradley in Jacksonville. Other things going on in the National Football League. Got a good segment going on in the NFL. Here's another one going on. See, I was telling you earlier, Ben, did you see where they had a little fight in the Broncos locker room after the game? Yeah, a little problem there. They came in off the field. They just lost to New England. Defense, really held, for all intents and purposes, Tom Brady to a pretty unlike Tom Brady football game. Held him to 188 scoreless yards. It was a 16-3 football game. When the Broncos spilled into the locker room before the door was open to reporters and other outsiders, Coach Gary Kubiak gathered his players and asked if anyone wanted to address the team. Veteran left tackle Russell Ogung, I hope I'm saying it right, O-K-U-N-G, Ogung, who signed with the Broncos last March, stepped forward to speak, and strong safety T.J. Ward strongly objected and said, "We don't want you to speak." According to several witnesses, it set off a spirited shouting match between the team's defensive backs and offensive linemen, one which Kubiak had to get in between and defuse before it got ugly. So the offense don't like the defense. And so, hello, Drew Bedard from Bristol Motor Speedway. Offense doesn't like the defense, apparently, in Denver. After the game, Kubiak in the locker room trying to rally the troops and have a little rah-rah and hold hands, sing kumbaya, and it didn't go like that way at all. And so it was interesting. He had to step in between them and break them up. Yeah, Hatfields and the McCoys. So, again, back to Jacksonville. Why do you want to fire the coach now? I don't get this. You got 2 games. Right, let the guy ride off in the sunset, but they've opted to get rid of him. They got an interim coach, and now they're looking for a new man. The Rams did the same thing last week, and what they did, they went out and got walloped by Seattle like we thought they would last Thursday. Oh, by the way, the quarterback controversy in Dallas. We're talking NFL on this segment, of course. Coming up, Rob Cole's going to join us from Bays Mountain Park, but you talk about the Cowboys quarterback controversy. Who did I say last week, Ben, was the gentleman who was causing all this? You remember? Who else turned the pot? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones came out this week and said it was me. In a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, Jones admitted to intentionally fueling the quarterback controversy in Dallas because it creates drama and storylines and draws attention to his football team. Jones told the interviewer Jason Gay, quote, "That's one of the things that makes sports interesting. I do feed off of that for my football team." Wow. So Dak Prescott and the Tony Romo controversy. He is your man. Hello, Jerry Keller. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say that. And so, Dak Prescott and Tony Romo, again, Prescott got him back in line to win that ball game, and so big win for them. Cowboys play this week coming up on Saturday. Where are they going to be? The Cowboys should be in Detroit. Let's see. Yep, Detroit and Dallas on Monday Night Football. It'll be in Dallas, actually, a week from tonight. Again, the firing shouldn't come as a surprise for Bradley. Again, back to Jacksonville, 14-48 in 4 seasons. One of the worst head coaching records in NFL history. This guy just did not get it done. Yeah, maybe, because this... I've never understood why you fire a guy, a coach on any level, any sport, 2 games before the season's over. I mean, the damage is done. You're not in recruiting in the National Football League. He's not recruiting like he does college. Let him ride out the string. The fans aren't there anyway. They were one of the poorly attended franchises this year in the National Football League, and understandably so. Let him ride it out. But they didn't, and they didn't call me and ask me, and that's okay. So, hey, we're live at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Don't forget those boxes, those chicken tender boxes. You got an event coming up. You want to get some chicken tender boxes to take to an outing or a get-together, you can do that. Well, the sun's really popping out now, and so my little face is, I don't know, what would you call that on Facebook? Kind of washed out? I guess be the way to, we got to come up with a curtain or some kind of thing, or maybe go to another part of the restaurant for a future reference. Here's who's in before we take a break. Got Rob Cole waiting in the wings, talk to us about Bays Mountain Park and get his take on the National Football League. And guess what? He's come over to join the Silver and Black. He's a Raider man now. Am I right?
The Raiders.
I'm loving it. The Raiders. All right. Of course, he's got me leaving the Reds to go to the Cardinals, so it's a swap. All right. Here's who's in. The New England Patriots clinches a first-round bye. They can't finish lower than the number 2 seed. The Raiders. Going back to the playoffs, we're in. We punched our ticket to the postseason. Who else in the AFC? The Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the hottest football teams in the National Football League, 9-5. Right now they're the 3rd seed. Houston is the 4th seed, even though they benched Brock Osweiler, and Tom Savage stormed back for a big win against the Jags. And so Texans are the 4th seed. The Chiefs dropped to that number 5 seed. Now they flip-flop with the Raiders. And the number 6 seed right now would be the Miami Dolphins, who also got a big win with their backup quarterback, Matt Moore, who was in there for the injured Ryan Tannehill and had a big win over the Jets on Saturday. On the bubble, not out, but not in. They're on the outside looking in. Denver, 8-6. The Titans, 8-6. And the Ravens, 8-6. All 3 of those are still in the hunt for those 7th and 8th playoff spots. On the fringe are the Colts and have been eliminated in the AFC. See you next year. The Browns, Jacksonville, the Bengals, the Jets, and the Chargers are gone for playoff hopes for 2016. In the NFC, the Cowboys, who have clinched a playoff spot, beat the Bucs last night, as we told you, because the Giants winning. Dallas did not clinch the division title despite the win, but they're still in the playoffs, obviously. Seattle is in. Also in the NFC, Atlanta, Detroit, the Giants, the Redskins. Of course, the Redskins play tonight against Carolina at home. They're a 7-point favorite, by the way. In the hunt in the NFC, you would throw in the Green Bay Packers 8-6, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8-6, and the Minnesota Vikings at 7-7 on the outside looking in. Everybody else eliminated from postseason play in 2016. But of course, the one that really matters, the Raiders in the playoffs for the first time in 14 years. That's right. Play that rooster and let me crow a little bit. We couldn't beat Sister to the Poor for about 12 years, so now we're doing pretty good. And let me crow. All right. Horace says it's not the light coming through the window, it's the Sasquatch sitting in front of it. Ha, ha, ha. That's all right. I got his Christmas present. There you go. Quick break. We'll be right back. Rob Cole's here to talk a little Bays Mountain Park and also talk sports. Oh, yes. Final chance to get some gift-giving ideas from Bays Mountain Park. He's got some good ones. Also talk a little sports, talk a little NFL, a little college football, a little nepotism going on down in Florida Atlantic with Lane Kiffin and his brother. He's hired on the staff, so Lane has maybe misstepped again. We'll see. We'll talk about that and more. Coming up next, we're live again at Hardee's in Colonial Heights on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on AM 790 WETB. That's great. He played Elmer Fudd. There's something squooey going on around here. There you go. Hey, Facebook fans, again, thank you for watching us. Again, I apologize for the glare, but we will next time be over there, not in the window. Got near the window where we could get a good signal to broadcast the show. So we apologize about that, but we're going to do the best we can here. We'll get Rob on. He'll brighten up the picture anyway. So be sure and like us and share us on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, please. Also, check out our personal Facebook page, Tom Taylor. We'd appreciate that as well. So we love coming over and hanging out. This time it's at Hardee's. Tomorrow will be at American Import in Johnson City. Wednesday will be at Brummett Sports in Elizabethton. Thursday at Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City. Then on Friday we rotate Food Cities, and this week we'll be in Johnson City at the new one on North State of Franklin in Johnson City. So we'll come right back and talk to my man Rob Cole. He's going to join us coming up next year, and we appreciate him giving us a buzz here, and not giving us a buzz, but coming by and talking to us here on the show. So give me some taters. We'll be right back here in just a second. I might as well give you this too. That's a November one.
Sounds good.
Hello, how are you? Huh? You losing your voice? Max Medicine Mart zinc lozenges. That's what I use. You got it too?
No. Oh no, I'm good.
Well, I'm not trying to be your daddy. Don't kiss sick girls because you'll get what they got. You'll be over there.
I'm just driving Miss Daisy around.
Just shake their hand. So, but take her to get us some zinc lozenges.
Oh, I will. That's all I'm doing today is driving Miss Daisy around. That's all I'm.
Here we go. We're back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live here. Can we see my man? There he is, Rob Cole from Base Mountain Park. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Morning, Big T. You know I'm doing great here on a Monday morning.
You are doing.
Slightly overcast, but no worries. It's all good.
Could be in Indianapolis right now. Could be anywhere out there where could have been in Kansas City yesterday where it was 1 degree. So,
yeah.
But we're not. We're here in East Tennessee. Supposed to be in the 50s Christmas Day. I love it. So,
oh yeah, I'll take it.
You got it. Get me through this cold weather. Get me to the springtime. That's what I'm about.
That's it. If I'm not going to have a white Christmas, then make sure it's at least slightly warm.
A balmy Christmas. There you go. Rob Cole's with us in Base Mountain Park. Shannon's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes from Hardee's, and also Miss Vicky's going to visit with us and tell us more about some of the great menu items. She brought me food in her and saw that. I got a taco and onion rings and chicken tenders. Wow, she's fixed me up over here. I may just turn this over and let you talk for a few minutes.
Hey, bring that over here.
We can do that. Let's do it right now. Here's an onion ring and some. Tell me how big this win was for the Tennessee Titans yesterday. They got that big win on the road, 19-17. Malarkey could be in running for the Coach of the Year. This guy has done a phenomenal job for this franchise.
Really could be. Really could be. You know, it would have been, you know, in fairness, it would have been my imagination if anybody other than Jack Del Rio or coach of the Miami Dolphins, escaping my name, it would have been my imagination if anybody other than those two got it. But you know what? Yeah, what he's done. 1 year turnaround's pretty doggone solid down there in Tennessee.
So right now, you look at the Titans, and they're on top of the AFC, South, North, South, AFC South, with the Houston Texans. So these guys are, in the hunt, the AFC South to get in the playoffs. They finish the regular season next week, 2 weeks, with the Texans in Nashville, so they control their own fate.
Yeah, they do, and it's got to be a good feeling because I know a lot of the Titans fans, of course, that franchise has endured a lot of, since 1999. Basically, they've endured a lot of tough seasons. 500 seasons, 500 Fisher.
500 Fisher.
We as a former Rams fan, I can feel their pain. But this is a good. The past couple of years have been good. They've seen some growth. They drafted a good quarterback. He's acclimating well, obviously, to the NFL. And it looks like they know what they're doing for a change, doesn't it?
It does indeed. By the way, Bobby Maupin watching in Nashville, he heard me talk to your buddy over there, your lady friend, who's hoarse and needs some lozenges, and I told them to go to Max Medicine Mart and get zinc lozenges. Us radio boy, when this is the meal ticket, so when the voice goes down, we're in trouble. So zinc lozenges, and they've got elderberry in them, got echinacea in them, and so right down to Max Medicine Mart here in Kingsport, and Barry will fix you right up. So always this time you keep a pack around for me, so except I didn't bring them today, they're at the house. But zinc lozenges, if you're out there and you are battling losing your voice with hoarseness or for whatever reason, zinc lozenges. Now let me give you another old radio remedy. Old timers used to tell me this: hot tea and honey. Because what's happened, your vocal cords have contracted, they're tightened up, right? So, boy, I came out here to Hardee's to hear this Dr. Taylor stuff. So
when of course you realize, and I'll get in trouble for saying this. When she starts talking again, she's got a lot to say.
Mm-hmm. She's got a pin up. Remember the guy in the Bible that
It's been a few hours now without, it's
Zacharias didn't speak for a long time, and once he got the chance to talk after
That's right.
The Lord Jesus was born, he didn't shut up for. So, you just got the finger. Got the finger pointed to you. Oh, yeah. Saw that little forefinger come across the table. So, ruh-roh. Yeah, you better let me talk now. You just let me talk for a minute. Anyway, your vocal cords contract, obviously. So the hot tea water will expand your vocal cords, and the honey will coat them. And so hot tea and honey works every time, plus some zinc lozenges. She'll be good to go.
Hear that, honey?
There we go. Hear that? Oh. There we go. We went 360 here. See, hear that, honey? There you go. Honey for the honey. Oh, where's the bell? Hit that bell. All right. Back to Rob Cole again. We're talking Bays Mountain Park here in a few minutes. More National Football League news. Again, the Cowboys' strong performance last night. Jason Witten becomes only the second NFL tight end ever with 1,000 catches, 10,000 yards from our neck of the woods in Elizabethton. Guys punched his ticket in the NFL Hall of Fame, one of the all-time greats. Cowboys, very much a team to be reckoned with going into the playoffs.
Oh, for sure. I think it's safe to say they're for real, obviously. And, how about Dak Prescott last night? Nice little rebound effort with all the stuff floating around in the media here of late. Like you mentioned, sounds like he has one source. But, hey, it's a nice rebound effort. And, yeah, you've got to take these guys seriously. They're talented. Witten, obviously, we pull for low boy, and he's done really well. But my goodness, they've that offensive line, they mash. Ezekiel Elliott goes north real fast, and come playoff time, that's the kind of formula that stout defense is what wins championships. So you gotta like what they're doing.
Difference, I think, is that offensive line. Cowboys are big, they're strong, they're fast, and they're blowing holes open for Elliott. Not to diminish what he can do, he's an outstanding talent. But the Hogs up front make you or break you. And all great running backs will tell you that. Jacksonville cans their coach. Your team got canned last week, Jeff Fisher, and a couple of weeks ago. Why do you fire a coach 2 weeks before a couple of games left in the regular season? Tell me that.
Well, with a couple of games, I really don't understand. In Fisher's case, after the players, at least one really vocal coming out, he's claiming that they basically were akin to a middle school football team. Something had to give, have that, plus a public feud with one of your Hall of Famers playing out in public. I get it. But, if you're Jacksonville and you've not got the same kind of history, you don't have the same kind of profile, this, I hate to say it, but let's be honest, if you're a Jaguars fan, this is the kind of season you expect.
Absolutely.
You're used to it.
Absolutely.
So it really doesn't make any sense.
Losing is contagious and winning is contagious. Away. And of course, you look at a couple of teams, I'm going to talk about the Raiders, obviously things around here, but you look up and down the ledger of all programs. Miami's turning around down in Florida. They're flirting with the playoff opportunity. You look at the Steelers, the Steelers. In the NFC, obviously, we start with the Cowboys. Ravens are playing football. Atlanta and Tampa Bay. So, I guess probably surprise in the NFL and the NFC is the Giants. Here, these guys are on top of the division right now. Everybody thinks it's going to be Minnesota this, Minnesota that.
Yeah.
They lose Adrian Peterson and Bridgewater in preseason. Your starting back and running back puts a big crimp in your footing. So Detroit has seized the opportunity, stepped up, and to me, they're the surprise team of the NFC along with the Cowboys, how they've turned things around.
Yeah.
Disappointing, I guess. I'd look at Arizona and certainly Carolina, the two teams that really have disappointed me this year.
Oh, without a doubt, Carolina. You've gone from the penthouse to the outhouse in one season. That's tough. That's humbling. They still got a young team. Maybe this kind of humbling is what they need. They achieved a little bit of success fairly quickly, and so they've got a good coach. They've got good talent. They just didn't put it together this year. Arizona's a different story, Clock's ticking with your quarterback. It's not the same deal there. So, there's I'm sure there's going to be some planning forward after this season, and I see them rebuild as opposed to reload.
Talking to Rob Cole again from Bays Mountain Park up on the mountain. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Gift-giving ideas for Christmas. We're down to 5 days, and it's a great, for somebody who has an outdoor person on their Christmas shopping list, it's a great gift-giving idea. We'll talk about that in a second. College football. You see that Lane Kiffin, since we last talked, Florida Atlantic, saw the story where he has hired his brother as the defensive coordinator for Florida Atlantic. He went out and signed a young man who had been sent packing from Florida State, a young man, but again, giving him a second chance. But Kiffin's almost like Donald Trump. He does nothing right. Everything he does, everybody says it's wrong. So, why could you? You had the Ryan brothers at one time were coaching on the same team up in the NFL. So, Is that a bad thing to hire your brother as the defensive coordinator, or even just to hire him on the staff? Period.
I don't think it's a bad thing as long as he's got the credentials. I mean, you've got to look at in this case. What are you getting?
Yeah.
It's almost like, I'm going to take care of my family, and if the university succeeds, well, great.
Yeah.
If they don't, well, took care of my family.
There you go.
And it kind of feels that way. He's I have to believe when he does things, he's looking at. It's not a dumb fella. I think when he signs the fella from Florida State, for example, the kid punched the girl in the face.
Yep. Which is inexcusable.
It's inexcusable. We got a national discussion right now going on about Joe Mixon out of Oklahoma. He's been playing all year. The discussion is, it's a fair one. At what point do you finally say enough?
Yeah.
Look, I'm all about second chances, but this is a case where it's bigger than football.
Bigger than the game, exactly.
Bigger than the game. And so, but my opinion is Kiffin and giving this guy a second chance, being the one to do that, he knows he's going to make headlines. He knows that there's a profile behind it that's make national news. It's going to put him front and center, no matter where he is. And him, I think we fairly have proven by now that he really doesn't care. Bad news is still good news for him.
Lane's going to do what he wants to do.
That's it.
He's his own man. If you like it, good. If you don't, and a lot of folks don't.
That's it.
But everything he does is under a microscope, and so he's hired his brother on the staff of Florida Atlantic. So we'll see how it rolls. But see, he sets himself up because if this guy underperforms, it's an easy target to say, you hired your brother. If the guy doesn't get it done, it's an instant dose of negativity, I guess, for his football program because you hired your brother. You shouldn't have hired your brother.
We forget real quick that he hired his dad, and we were all giddy about that. We all thought we were getting architect of the Tampa 2, and Ole Miss just basically said, "Here's your Tampa 2, stick it."
There you go.
And made us look terrible. Careful what you get. I think we're seeing now why Houston didn't want to take the flyer on him. Smart move.
Talking to Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park coming up. We've got Tina Ratke here from Kingsport Theater Guild. I went and saw their production over the weekend. They just got a chunk of money to do a play about Lady Diana, Princess Di. We're going to talk about that. One of a few in the country got that. We've also got Shannon going to come back here and talk about these boxes. Want to push the boxes. That's good stuff. The Hardee's boxes here at all Hardee's locations. We're at Hardee's in Colonial Heights till 1 o'clock. Rob Cole, tell me some gift. I know you're getting ready to go get some zinc lozenges. Lozenges. I didn't say that right. Lozenges. Don't get them little things to put in your mouth. Zinc.
Cough drops.
Thank you. Zinc cough drops.
There you go.
I need her to co-host a show.
That's right.
Yeah. By the way, she calls me that guy. Did you know that? When I'm on the show and I'm at Hardee's, it's Shannon and that guy. So Shannon said that guy, it's cough drops, zinc cough drops.
They have the star here for a reason.
Yeah, there you go. The bell. Hit the bell. Thank you. All right. Giving ideas. My friend, we got 5 days. What's a good one for someone who likes the outdoors?
For me, I think it's still hands down the best gift we offer is the park membership. You can get an individual membership for $25 or a family membership for $35. Both offer one free vehicle entry per visit. Both also offer a certain number between 2 and 6 free passes for every program for every visit. And our programs include the planetarium show, nature programs, barge ride, plus you get half off the zip line ticket if you so choose to do that option. But, for the outdoor enthusiast, it's got to be the park membership. We've got 40 miles worth of trails. That's great exercise. It's great bird watching. That's great landscape hunting if you're a photographer or a painter. It's hands down the membership that's the best bargain. Although we've got a lot of other gifts as well. Like you and I have joked in the past, though, the memberships are the ones that Cousin Eddie says it's a gift that keeps giving all year long. So that's, for my money, that's what I'm buying.
There you go, and it's available. And also, you got a gift shop up there. You got some walking sticks for folks that are going to be doing some hiking. Got some other gift-giving ideas too. But yeah, the membership of the park is a no-brainer. $25 for an individual,
Yeah.
and $35 for a family, and it's good all year long, calendar year, and you can't go wrong with that. And you've got them. You've been selling some of those too, haven't you?
Oh, we have left and right. This time of year, it's always a popular item, a big seller. And the neat thing is, it's one of those gifts that once people get, they tend to keep renewing. And when they do that, all those proceeds stay with the park. They don't get shoved into a general fund somewhere else and then redistributed. All those funds stay with Bays Mountain Park, support the animals, support the exhibits, educational efforts that we conduct. So there's a dual benefit there.
Going to be open again. You're closed Christmas Day, is that correct?
Closed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day.
Good. For the employees to have some time off to be with their families, and otherwise your park hours are what?
8:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Website?
www.baysmountain.com. Real easy.
Can we buy the memberships over the web, or we got to come in person and get them?
Sure can. When you go to baysmountain.com, look at the top of the page. You'll see a little button that says membership. Click on it. It'll take you the rest of the way.
There you go. Go get her some zinc lozenges, and we'll talk to you, I guess, next week.
We'll do it.
Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas to you. God bless.
Get some hot tea and honey for the honey.
Yeah, it's on the list of stops today. I've got a little, I guess, recovery to make.
Yeah.
So we'll start with that.
There you go. I think I'd make that priority number one. By the look you're getting down on the other end of the table, and that forefinger got pointed towards you, I believe I'd get myself something to eat here at Hardee's.
It's going to be a rough ride until.
And I believe I'd make a little beeline right down to Max Medicine to take care of that.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just giving you some friendly advice.
Green lights all the way.
There you go. Put the pedal to the metal. Get down there. Give me some taters.
Sound advice, Big T.
There you go. Love you, brother. Thank you. Yep, good man right there, buddy. Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. We're live here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, do want to send out a couple of, let's see, college football. Got a bowl game coming up today. Let's run down that real quick before we take the break. Come back in here, talk to us. And Tina Ratke's here from the Kingsport Theater Guild. One game tonight. It's the Miami Beach Bowl. I'd like to be down there calling that game tonight. The Tulsa Golden Hurricanes at 9-3, and the Central Michigan Chippewas at 6-6. 2:30 kickoff this afternoon for the Miami Beach Bowl. Tomorrow, the Boca Raton Bowl. That would be Memphis, baby. 8-4, taking on Western Kentucky at 10-3. That's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Over the weekend, the New Mexico Bowl won by New Mexico. It was San Diego State defeating Houston in the Las Vegas Bowl. The Cure Bowl, the Bandy Bowl, it was Arkansas State over Central Florida. The Camellia Bowl, how about it? The Appalachian State Mountaineers defeating Toledo 31-28. And the New Orleans Bowl, it was Southern Miss over Louisiana Lafayette 28-21 in the bowl game. 5 of those yesterday, or I should say Saturday. And today we've got one at 2:30 coming up a little bit later on out of Florida. Tulsa at 9-3. The Golden Hurricanes, as we said, taking on the Central Michigan Chippewas at 6-6. 2:30 kickoff today on ESPN. The only bowl game going on for today in college football, the Bowl Bonanza. We'll take a quick break, and there she is. We've got her on camera. There she is. Our marketing lady, Shannon from Hardee's. Tina Ratke is going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. The Kingsport Theater Guild. We'll come right back after this from Hardee's in Colonial Heights on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on AM 790 WETB. All right, Facebook folks, again, juggling radio and Facebook. We appreciate, again, being with us. And so we do realize there's a glare. We'll fix that next time we're out here. But again, for today, we want you to, again, as always, to share and like and share the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. Like it and share it, please. And then also our personal Facebook page, Tom Taylor, and we would thank you ahead of time for that. Hello to Zane Vance, Old Unicoi. Hello, sir. How you doing? What a great Christian man. Appreciate you very much. Also, Andy D from Champion Chevrolet. The Raiders. You got that right. David Strickland watching us. I got Strickland supposed to be coming to one of our shows with some folks in the Otters. Hope he's working it out for us. Also, we've got Poppy. Oh, my man. Poppy Jim's watching. Thank you, my friend. Love that guy. So we'll set the phone down, come back here in just a few minutes, and pick back up with the Queen, Miss Shannon from Hardee's, and she'll come back with us here in just a second, and we'll be right back. And just let me catch my breath. Come back here in just a few, so don't go away. All right, Ben, everything good?
Yes, so far.
I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
It's 10 after 12. 12:10.
12:10? I thought it was like 11:15, 11:20, 12:10.
Do a BOGO thick burger.
You okay?
I'll move.
Okay. We'll let her talk about Hardee's, and we're going to get you, slide you right in the seat. Okay. Okay, you want it. This is you. Is Vicky going to talk? I'm sorry, I got to talk about Betty Herring? Yeah, we can do that. So, you want to push the boxes?
Can. I made you a little sample.
I saw that. I've been sampling as fast as I can sample.
That's a jalapeno.
Okay, I'll be running to the. But I'm eating these.
Hang on, here we go.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live again at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Again, home of the thick burger, the monster burger, the beer, cheese, bacon, a 3rd pound thick burger. And we're here, and there she is, the lady who makes it. The lady who makes it go. That's our buddy Shannon from Hardee's, who does the marketing. Hello, Sunshine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now, what are you eating over there? You're enjoying something.
Well, I brought it to you, but you said you weren't going to eat it, and they're so good I had to eat it.
Well, the Sunkos don't like it because I've got a sissy tummy, and so. But I'm eating the chicken tenders. I'm going to eat this taco in a minute, and I'm going to wolf down these onion rings. So
I made you a little sampler.
Yes, you did.
So chicken tenders, and we were talking about how those are available in boxes now for the holidays. You can get 5, 10, 25. Call ahead if you'd like for us to have it ready when you get there. 100-piece chicken tenders, absolutely no problem. They're great. What I like was the jalapeno poppers. Those are only available at the Red Burrito locations, which this is a Red Burrito location. They're great. They're a little hot, a little on the warm side. They're good. This particular location we also talked about has the Red Burrito, so it has the tacos. So I brought you a taco to try. It has some hot sauce already on it, but I had them put yours on the side, so we didn't have any hot sauce. We can always do that. Anything special like that is
special.
It's special. You're special.
And you're special.
Yeah. So I thought what we would do is just as a, Merry Christmas to people that are listening. If they come in and say that they've heard it on the Tom Taylor Show, we'll do a buy one, get one free thick burger today.
Really?
Really.
So come in here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Tell us you've watched this or are watching this. Get a buy one, get one thick burger.
That's right. All day today.
We've never done this before, so
I know,
that's cool.
isn't it exciting?
Yeah, it is exciting.
We'll do this next time, too. We'll do another special the next time.
Yeah, so we'll do a little bit ahead of time. If you're at Hardee's in Colonial Heights, bebop in here. If you're listening on AM7 on the Facebook, either way, wherever you are, out Christmas shopping or doing whatever your normal Monday routine, swing through to Hardee's in Colonial Heights and get a buy one, get one thick burger. Ooh.
Like that?
Now, how would you doctor up your thick burger? What do you put on yours?
Oh, I put everything on mine. Mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, onions, pickle, cheese.
Wear it out.
Everything.
There you go.
Everything.
So you have tacos here, you have grilled burritos there. I want to go back to these boxes because a lot of folks are going to be, folks are coming in for the holidays and they don't want to cook, and they can just get chicken tenders and get them in the boxes, correct?
These are great for birthday parties, for family reunions, for church functions. We do tons of these for all kinds of events like that. Like the holidays coming up, put them in, and they're great. I'll tell you from personal experience, they're great. If you don't eat them all, stick them in the fridge, warm them back up, they're great.
Awesome.
They're very good.
Yes, they are. Very, very good. And I'm nibbling on one here during the show. We'll nail down this onion ring here in a minute when the show's over, and also this taco. So I'm going to put the hammer on it. And also stocking stuffers. We've got to talk about that as well.
Stocking stuffers. The gift certificates, we talked about getting those for stocking stuffers. Oh, there's our friend.
There he is.
Oh, Stocking stuffers, $25 gift cards available. You can get up to $50 in the store. More than that, we need to ask you to go on our website and get those. But kids love these. They can come by and get a milkshake, get fries. Grandparents love that. Come in and get breakfast. So great stocking stuffer to stick in a Christmas card.
There you go. And it's all available to Hardee's at all Hardee's locations. 20 of them across the region. And again, we're live on Facebook, also on WETB70.com, and also, of course, across the airways of AM 790. So if you're out there listening, you want a free burger, come by here. You buy one, get one free all day long here at the Hardee's in Colonial Heights, right here on the main drag. Can't miss it. So come by here and get buy a burger, a thick burger, and get a thick burger.
That's right. What a good deal. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Can't beat that. That's very nice. As you can tell, she's got her bling. Can they see? They can see. Can you see your shine? Yeah. Show them that wedding band the boy got you.
Oh, that's shiny too.
You got that right. There's some bling going on there. He done good. Would he be listening this morning?
He was trying. He was trying to get on in Johnson City. He was going to do on the
Facebook. Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So, say hello. And your husband's first name would be?
Benji.
Oh, Benj. He's a nice one. Yeah. You got his presents?
I do.
Good. Everything's done.
Everything's done.
Your Christmas shopping is over, complete.
Yeah.
All right.
I started in August. I mean, I don't. This last minute craziness is not for me.
We're at the race, working on the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race. She's out Christmas shopping. There you go. She got it started in August. There you go. No moss grows under your wheels. No, she's got it done. So everything's done. You think he's got yours?
I think so. The only problem shopping for a 2-year-old is things that she liked in August have almost faded now.
Oh, yeah.
So if it was Minnie that we wanted back in August, we've changed to Peppa Pig now.
There you go.
There could be a little
Problem.
overlap there,
Yeah.
but and they never know what Santa's going to be asked for,
Yeah.
So.
I understand that. With Mickey, Peppa Pig, and that's the two biggest right now at your place?
And Frozen.
And Frozen. Oh,
Let
yeah.
it go.
Let it go. Elsa and Anna.
Yeah.
Is Disney, they're not incredible marketers? I mean, everything they've got.
All little kids like that. I thought mine would be different. I thought, she's not going to like that. I mean, it's like a drug.
Hooked her.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything, everywhere you go, there's everything from socks all the way up to coats, backpacks, everything Frozen. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So
dresses, crowns, shoes.
I've got
figurines.
those. Yes, I've got me a Frozen Elsa dress.
There you go. You're in.
I'm in.
I thought you did.
Wait a minute. Wait. You thought I did. Wait a minute. Let's put the skids to this right now. So, anyway, you come back and talk to us a little bit longer? Now you come back one more time, talk to us. Yes, Tina Ratke, come on over here, young lady. And wish I was in Kingsport today. I wish you was too, because we're giving away hamburgers. Buy one, get one free. Again, here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights, the thick burgers. You come in and tell them this is all day long, not just when I'm here at 1 o'clock. All day long. She's here. We're going to switch gears just a second. We got some college basketball coming up. Kevin's here. He's going to talk some Tennessee football coming up here in a few minutes as well. Here's a young lady from the Kingsport Theater Guild. There I am on the silhouette. Let's see if we can see her. There she is. Tina Ratke. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, good afternoon. How you doing?
It is afternoon now. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I appreciate you coming by and promoting Kingsport Theater Guild. I was there Friday night for the performance. It was awesome, I believe, and the Star, right?
Follow the Star.
Follow the Star. Loved it. Very, very good. Great production. The little people loved it. So,
yes.
Have good crowds Saturday and Sunday.
We had great crowds. It was fantastic.
And that's the name of the game. And so you're done for the Christmas part of it. So what's coming up in 2017?
In January, we have Driving Miss Daisy, which is a downtown show. And then we go into Crimes of the Heart, which I am actually in, and with two of my very best friends. And then we go into, right after that, that's the weekend before Valentine's Day. And the weekend after Valentine's Day, we have Diary of a Wallflower. So we have 3 shows in 2 months.
This is all volunteer, right?
It is. It's all volunteer.
Yeah. 3 shows in 2 months, a lot of crossover. And boy, that'll be taxing on some folks. Are you in more than one production?
I am only in Crimes of the Heart. I'm directing Driving Miss Daisy, and I am only supervising Diary of a Wallflower. But then we go straight into March, and we have Oklahoma, which auditions are in January for that. So we'll have 4 productions in production at the same time.
We're talking to Tina Radke again with the Kingsport Theater Guild, and it's of course they have their plays at the Renaissance Center in Kingsport. Also downtown, you were where?
The Driving Miss Daisy is going to be at Shabby Alley's Boutique in downtown Kingsport over on Shelby Street, and then most of them are at the Higher Ed Center at the corner of Market and Clay.
There you go. Buy one, get one free. Thick burgers, folks. We're right here all day long at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Come by here. And all you do is buy one, you get one free. You can't beat that. It's a good way to spend lunch. So,
it is. It's a very good
or
one.
dinner, because it's going to be all day long. So buy one, get one free. When you come by here and say you've heard the show on AM 790 or on WETV790.com, or if you're watching on Facebook Live, any of the three, come in here and buy a burger and get a burger free. One of these big, thick burgers. Compliments of Hardee's here in Colonial Heights only is where we are. Broadcasting till 1 o'clock. But this is going to be all day long. Front page yesterday, Kingsport Theater Guild. He gets a stage play about Princess Di. Number one, that is very cool.
Yes.
And even more cool is the fact there's not very many production companies in the country that get this. Tell me about it.
Right. So it's going to be June. It's just one weekend in June. It's going to be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and then a Saturday and Sunday matinee. And it tells the story of Princess Di from 17 years old through the wedding, all the way through the divorce and her death. And it's all told from her side. So it's a little bit biased towards her side. But
Which is okay.
yeah, absolutely.
It's not a problem.
And next year is the 20-year anniversary of her death as well. And it's hard to believe that it's been 20 years since.
Exactly. I remember like it was yesterday.
I
The
know.
big news in that tunnel.
Yeah.
When she had an automobile accident. So 20-year anniversary she's been
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I remember there for a long, long time, Elton John sang that song "Candles in the Wind" and dedicated the proceeds to her foundation.
Right.
And that was one of the big. And almost every radio station in the country played that over and over and over.
That's
So
all you heard.
Yeah.
Well, this play, when it was actually written, it was shortly after her death. The playwrights sat down and they wrote 29 or 30 songs in her memory just to kind of honor her, and they decided to put it together to help tell her story. And when they first did the production over in England, they decided to do it as a fundraiser for the Red Cross and some of the other, because she was super involved in those types of things. She's really big with the AIDS and HIV when it first became a thing, and she was super supportive in that. So
the date of the production will be in June. Is that correct?
it is June 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Wow, that's incredible. So I guess you had to apply, you had to do a grant. How did Kingsport Theater Guild is like only one of 10 in the country going to get this?
Yeah, we got an email, and I thought, well, just for kicks and giggles, I'll go ahead and apply for it, because we're a little theater, and we don't even have our own building. We're renting from the city to have our theater space, and I sent in the information. They had to know how many people we had, how many people we could seat, what our average audience attendance was, those types of things. And and so I had to submit that, and they came back and said, all right, you qualified, now tell us why you want to do this show. So I had to submit that back, and then they wrote back and said, you've got it, here's $10,000 to do it. And the playwright even has the costumes and things for Princess Diana to wear, so we're going to be able to rent all of that from them as well.
Incredible. Congratulations.
I'm super excited. Thank you.
should
Thank
be.
you very much.
There's a lot of production companies out there wish they could be getting what you're getting.
Oh,
so.
yes. Oh, yes. Normally a musical is 8 weeks production from the time that we get the scripts, but because this is a special thing, I already have the script, I already have the music, so we're going to have a longer production period because we are going to have 2 weeks of dialect work just so that we can make sure that we have the accents correct.
Love promoting the Kingsport Theater Guild. I know Angie pledged, and you did too the other night. Once we get into these productions in the spring, we'll give some tickets away. Let some folks
yes,
come.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is incredible. So, next one up on the time frame is what in early?
Driving Miss Daisy in January.
Miss Daisy. Love Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I called Morgan busy. He said he couldn't come.
Booked.
So
Yeah.
he was busy. Whatever.
Can't believe he turned you down.
I know, right?
Tell him to say, look, we're getting Princess Di playing here in June. You need to come out and be part of this.
Absolutely.
We're a production
You would
company
think.
on the move in the Tri-Cities. You need to be over in Morgan. And then Hope was, not Hope, what was her son's name?
Bowie.
Bowie. Dan
Yeah,
Aykroyd,
Dan
right?
Aykroyd.
And then she was Jessica Tandy, is that
Yes.
right? Yeah. Great movie, Driving
Yes,
Miss Daisy.
absolutely.
Phenomenal. That's your next one up, right?
Yep, that's the very next one up, and it's like I said, it's going to be downtown at Shabby Alley's, and one of them is going to have dinner. One of the nights is going to have dinner included with the show, or not included in the ticket price, but it'll be a ticketed event that they can come and get dinner and then go to the show. So
Awesome.
be a one night, date night type thing. I'm excited.
Well, date night,
It'll
yeah.
be the first time we've done that.
Be cool. That's one of them brownie things. Take the little lady and score some
Right?
brownies. It's a brownie night. That's what we used to call it. Brownie
yeah.
night.
Oh,
Get them
yeah.
brownies.
And Driving Miss Daisy is such a love story too.
It is.
I had forgotten what a love story it was until we read the script, and I'd forgotten about the cake scene at the very end, and they do it in the movie
yes.
too. And so I cried when we read through the script with the cast, and then I went home and I caught the tail end of the movie, like the last 15 minutes, and it cried again.
For the record, yeah, it does get to you. For the record, I would have to say Morgan Freeman's probably one of the most underrated actors ever in Hollywood. This guy has done some phenomenal parts, one of those being, of course, Driving Miss Daisy. So, yeah, the whole Jessica Tandy, yeah, the whole original is great. It's already been cast.
It has. It's already been cast. And interesting, when we were looking at the script, they have in the very front of the script who played it first when it was first shown. And Morgan Freeman, well, he's in the front of the script, which I was surprised.
I didn't know
I didn't
that.
realize he did so much theater.
Learned. Even before it became a movie, he was the very first Hope way
Right.
back in the day.
Yep. So Judy Womack, who a lot of people know, is playing the role of Daisy, and then John Collins from Johnson City is playing the role of Hope.
Good stuff. It's all coming up again. The month will be
January.
next month. It's going to be here. We'll talk more about that when we get there. Before I let you go, give me a website. How can we go and find out more about the Kingsport Theater Guild?
Kingsporttheater.org.
There you go.
Pretty simple.
Great production of the night. The little people that took them, it was very, very well done. A lot of volunteer folks involved. Very good. It was actually 2 in 1, 2 plays in one. Had the first one, took a little intermission, came back to the second one. Very well done. Kudos to you and Angie and all the folks who helped put that on. And
Thank you.
looking forward to promoting you guys in 2017. Good
Absolutely.
stuff.
We'll bring you some tickets to give away.
There we go. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sweet lady, Tina Radke again from the Kingsport Theater Guild. Appreciate it very much here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, if you come in here to Hardee's in Colonial Heights, you buy one, get one free thick burgers all day long because we're here broadcasting live. Can't beat that, as they say, with a big old stick. And so we appreciate them doing that for us again here at Hardee's, and more importantly, doing it for you. You can come in here and get a thick burger, buy one, get one free while we're here. Again, not while we're here, but while it's going on. Hello, David Callahan, back up in West Virginia. Called that boy Chink back in the day. Don't know why, but I remember his nickname. We played football back in the 70s. Number 23, David Callahan, would take your head off playing football back up home in West Virginia. We told you about Appalachian State. Marcus Cox, Taylor Lamb of the Appalachian State kicker came through again in the Camellia Bowl. Cox, 143 yards and a touchdown. Lamb ran for 126. Michael Rubino, kicked the go-ahead 39-yard field goal to lift the Mountaineers to a 31-28 victory over Toledo on Saturday night. Of course, Appalachian State across the mountain about an hour away in Boone, North Carolina. They finish up at 10-3. Big win in the Camellia Bowl, so congratulations. Cox became the 9th FBS player with 4 1,000-yard seasons and the 22nd to top 5,000 in his career. This guy's had a heck of a career, Marcus Cox, rushing the football for the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and it's a big win for them. And again, of course, anytime you win the bowl, it is a chance to move on as far as recruiting and get some good folks in there based on your victory in a particular bowl game. In this case, they won the Camellia Bowl for Appalachian State. Last night on the ice in the National Hockey League, let's run those down for you. Boston skates past the Kings. It was the Jets over the Avalanche. Columbus, the Blue Jackets, skating past the Vancouver Canucks. It was the Blackhawks, one of the better teams in the National Hockey League. This last night in the National Hockey League. Tonight it goes like this in the National Hockey League. You have the Predators skating tonight. Nashville skates in Philadelphia against the Flyers. Detroit at Carolina. Anaheim and Toronto against the Maple Leafs. The Blues hosting Edmonton. Calgary skates at Arizona. In the National Basketball Association last night, great night. If you go back on YouTube and see the retirement of the ceremonial retirement of the jersey of Tim Duncan with the San Antonio Spurs, my team. By the way, there's a store in the Johnson City Mall I found again that sells San Antonio Spur ball caps. I'll have one of those on. I love the Spurs. They're awesome. Let's see. Doesn't matter. I don't guess it makes any difference to you, but just for the record, they've got the Spurs. A lot of NBA teams in this particular store in the Johnson City Mall. Winners last night: Washington, Dallas, the Celtics, Philadelphia, Toronto, Utah, and the San Antonio. Chicago, Phoenix will be in Minnesota to battle the Timberwolves, and Dallas, the Mavericks, and Denver to take on the Nuggets. High school basketball tonight goes like this: a light night here heading into the holidays. Johnson County at Hampton, Sullivan North in Johnson City, University High today. Southwest Virginia, Volunteer plays at Twin Springs. Volunteer crossing the state line, take on the Twin Springs Fighting Titans. Again, that'll be going on in Southwest Virginia in Nicholsville. Ridgeview at Castlewood, J.I. Burton at Lee, and John Battle at Eastside in high school basketball, both for the guys and girls tonight in Tennessee and in Virginia. We'll take a break, come right back. We're ready to go talking Tennessee football with Kevin Harmon, our UT update guy. Also, the Lady Vols, big one. The Lady Vols got a big win yesterday, needed it and got it, upset a top 25 program. They needed that big time. Also, the guys lose yesterday to Gonzaga. We'll talk about basketball, and we'll talk UT football, getting ready for Music City Bowl. All that coming up next here from Hardee's and Colonial Heights. Again, reminding you, come through here all day long today. The thick burgers, you buy one, you get one free. Hardee's thick burger. All you got to do is tell them you heard it on the show. Drive at the drive-thru or come through in the lobby all day long. Thick burgers, buy one, get one free. Buy two, get two. You can do the math. If you want to feed the family, you eat three. Buy three, you get three. However you want to do it all day long here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Quick break, we'll be right back. We're live again at the Tom Taylor Sports Show tomorrow at American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. Wednesday at Brummett Sports in Elizabethton. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City. And Friday will be in the brand new Food City, North State of Franklin in North Johnson City. So on the move, all over the place. And hello to Mrs. V listening and watching today. Mrs. V with some downtime over the holidays, and she made this thing the other night called chicken tahini. I'm not sure it's cheese and rice and chicken. It's chicken tahini or terrazini or tuzahunahani or something. I don't know what it is. She put it in front of me with a fork and a glass of water. That's it. It's over. Whatever it was, Mrs. V can do it. Chicken tunahuna or whatever. You know what it would be? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
And I got a clue? I don't know. I just know it's good. Had chicken and cheese and pasta noodles, chicken tunahuni. It was good. Hello, Mrs. V. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're at the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at Hardee's in Colonial Heights on this Monday, December the 19th.
I sprayed to lay that down. I sprayed to make a great noise.
Did you get something to eat?
No, my youngest one got something. It's okay. I can't eat anything here.
Oh.
I don't have anything on the menu I can eat.
Oh. Did she eat?
Yeah.
Do you want a milkshake?
I can't have it. I'm doing that. I did that 6-week Krav Maga fitness challenge, and so I'm on the paleo.
Oh, I got you.
Thing, so
Yeah, I'm
here,
no good.
Penny.
Yeah, I'm no good for you.
I was looking at the taco salad, but I make my own taco mix because most of the seasoning has sugar and stuff in it, and so I make it with just the spices and everything. So I have to be real careful. But AJ Johnson was at McAdoo Saturday night.
Say it again.
AJ Johnson was at McAdoo Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what they had. I was ready. I said something to him. I ended up hitting him for being stupid.
AJ Johnson, linebacker?
Yeah. Yeah, he was at McAdoo Saturday night. There was a whole bunch of ETSU guys there. He was the only one from the football team. They were all in suits and stuff. They must have had something in case I don't know. But yeah, it was crazy.
Where is it?
Yeah, we're gonna get Angie to sing more.
Yeah. She sings on our, or we have that Tina and Angie problem. She sings on that sometimes.
Oh, write down that. Whatever you.
Tina and Angie do Krav Maga.
Just write that down for me, because whatever you did the other night, I can't find it.
Okay.
Hey, we're back on Facebook Live real quick. Again, be sure to like us and share us, please, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and you have been. Thank you very much. Also, on the personal page, Tom Taylor, thank you, please, for doing that, or please do that, and thank you for doing that, I should say. So, tomorrow we'll be on the road at American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, and so like us and watch us and share us and all that. We appreciate that very much. And did you put down your cell phone too, please?
No, I'll do it.
You better do all of it, like you did the other night at the place. So, Ben, everything going good? All right, and we'll throw it back to you here, and let's talk about the Cash for Christmas. Do it.
There you go.
Try to speed it up, or?
Thank you very much.
I'll see you later. We're just sitting over here having nachos. We're sitting up here having nachos.
Nacho time.
We got Kevin Harmon coming up here in a few minutes talking UT sports. We're live here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. He's over throwing down some nachos. He's not even. He's like, am I supposed to talk today? I'm here to have lunch with Shannon. Okay. I said, Tom, you're that guy. I'm over here with Shannon, and I'll get to you in a minute. So okay, y'all just sit yonder and have a big time over there. Ben Foy, I love this lady. I'm telling you, she's awesome. Ben Foy, we gave away some money on Friday, and actually we didn't, but because we were off on Friday, so we promised we'd do that on Friday. Today we're going to do that. We're giving cold cash to a young lady or a young man that's qualified. And who did you put your big old hand down the barrel and stir it up, big guy? Who'd you end up coming up with? The winner of last week. Giving away one more set of cold cash for this Friday, right before Christmas. But who won? Who should have won on Friday? You're going to pull the name today, I should say. Betty Herring of Kingsport. All right, we'll get in touch with Betty, and we'll make sure she gets that cash like Bill Lister did last week in Gray. He came by the Hokey Smokey and picked up his moolah, so we'll make sure that she gets hers as well. Betty Herring of Gray. Right now we've got several names in the bucket from last week, so if you've qualified before, in fact, we'll do one today. We need to get one in before we go off there at the top of the hour. Can we squeeze one in here coming up in a minute or two? Hit it, my friend. That's how good Ben Foy is, a producer extraordinaire. Hit those touchstones and big caller number 2 right now at 929-7900. We're going to give away some cold cash again on Friday. That's our third and final week giving away some free money. Bill Lister of Gray, Betty Herring of Kingsport. Could you be that third one? We'll see. You got to get qualified to do it. 929-7900. Call now, be caller number 2. Let's get you qualified again for this cold cash giveaway, which we'll be doing, as we said, coming up again on Friday. We'll be at Food City in North Johnson City. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us wherever you are, watching us again on Facebook Live, listening to us on AM 790, also streaming audio at WETB790.com. Thank you for being with us. Hello to Bill Patrick, dear friend. Hello, sir. David Callahan back in West Virginia. Jeff Droke watching us. Thank you. Taylor Green's watching us. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Bobby Maupin says, wish I was in Kingsport today to get that free food. You're exactly right. All you got to do is stop by Hardee's here in Colonial Heights. You buy one, get one. The thick burger all day long, not just while we're here, but all day long. All you got to do is tell folks that you heard it, and they're going to give you a free thick burger when you buy one. So if you're looking for dinner plans tonight, why would you not come over here to the Hardee's in Colonial Heights and say, I'd like to have one of them thick burgers. You buy one, get one free today, and today only here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Next month we do a live broadcast. We'll give a promotion ahead of time, and we'll really promote the whiz out of that. Shannon said, let's just do that today, but next month we'll know in advance what she wants to do, and we'll really hammer it for you. So that's good. Kevin's coming over here. He's kind of just wallering over here. It's like, okay, nice to know. Come over here to eat. So that's our man, Kevin Harmon, with us, UT Sports Report. And good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, Tom. How are you?
Good. How was the nachos? What you
Nachos
had?
were great.
Yeah.
I'm not done with them either.
Oh, you're not done?
I had to
Oh,
go do this show.
yeah, you had to come over. I interrupted your lunch.
You did.
Yeah.
He came to see me.
Good
Yeah.
grief.
Came to see her.
What's up?
Yeah. Well, it's Shannon and that guy. You know, that's
Yeah.
when I'm over here, I'm that guy. I don't have a name. And so I'm that guy.
Josie, Chief Lone Waddy.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a pick a Clint
It's
Eastwood.
not
movie.
eat for eating, it's for looking through.
It's what?
It's for looking through.
Give me a quote from
Indians endeavor to persevere.
this guy's got more Clint Eastwood quotes. Give me one out of Unforgiven. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah. He goes, you shot an unarmed man. He goes, what did he say? He goes, you just shot an unarmed man. He goes, he should have armed himself.
Armed himself.
Should have armed himself.
Clint Eastwood, great
Yeah.
stuff. We're live here again at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Again, with you to the top of the hour. Going to turn things over to Charles Stanley again on the radio airways. Back tomorrow to American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. Tennessee, let's start with the Lady Vols last night. Got a much needed
how
win.
about that?
They needed that one and got
They
it.
were behind early. We were watching that game, and because it was on an hour before the men, and we were watching that game, and they were behind early. We were rolling our eyes. We were singing the blues, and Davis and I, and then here they come, and they made some passes. They made some great steals, and made nice transition. They played good defense. Tennessee always plays good defense. It's her offense that has really put her behind the 8 ball. But they hit their shots. And Mercedes Russell looked limber and agile inside and shut down a pretty good Stanford team, to come from behind. And they were down 12 points, I believe, and they came back and they won by 8, 59-51, I believe.
59-51, snapping Stanford's 6-game winning streak, too. So
it's a great win over a top 10 team, and she's got the talent. I mean, you got 6 McDonald's All-Americans on that team. We should be good. Big win. I mean, because it's not going in the right direction. She keeps saying on the air, I don't know the answers, and I'm glad they won. We need the Lady Vols a big day.
By the way, Horace just told me we're on TuneIn Radio as well. Just search WETB. We're also on TuneIn Radio all over the world too. So thanks, Horace, for doing a little homework for us. Tennessee, they've lost to Penn State, 24th ranked Virginia Tech, number 3 Baylor, number 16 Texas. So the Lady Vols get a big win, 59-51. Again, Diamond DeShields had 15, and again a big win. They're now 6-4. They dropped their first 4 games as ranked teams. So even Holly Warlick said, "Whew, I needed this one at home."
Did.
Yeah.
We were not trending in a good direction. We've never missed the NCAA tournament. That's a heck of a feat. And you keep losing these games, you may not make the tournament. It's hard to believe Tennessee couldn't be in the top 64, but with all the conference champions, you sweat it out.
We're talking to Kevin Harmon. We're live again at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. We're the Thick Burgers today, all day till closing. Buy one, get one free. When you come out here and say you heard the show, even after we're off the air at 1 o'clock, it's all day long. Buy one, get one free. Real easy. You can't beat that with a big stick. And so here's some coming to the door right now and getting ready to have lunch with us here.
This is a busy Hardee's.
It is a busy Hardee's.
I come by here every morning going to work. It's busy.
Oh, yeah, it's hopping, no question. Again, you look at the men, they lose yesterday at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville to Gonzaga, 8th-ranked team on the Battle of Broadway is what they called the game, 86-76. Tennessee again, which had trailed by as many as 21 points in the first half, put a run on it and gave it a whirl, but came up short. But again, do you see this team growing? I mean, you see Rick Barnes' ball club, you see them taking baby steps or not right now?
I see them taking steps. I think they're a little bit bigger than baby steps. We talked about this game yesterday and last week a little bit. Gonzaga would be ready for Tennessee because of what they did with Carolina. Mm-hmm. And they came out ready. And boy, are they big. 7'1" inside, 6'10" power forward. I mean, they're a prototypical team. They meet all the measurables for the 1 through 5 lineup. Tennessee doesn't. And, that big Paul Bunyan inside of it, Jolly Green Giant. I mean, good grief. And he made Tennessee all through shots. But I think they're making good strides because they were down 27-6, I believe, and we were like, this is what we were afraid of. They're going to be ready. We're without Fulkerson. People are not, Bones not back, but what the heck? Here come Mostello sinking threes. Hubbs look good inside again. And if you haven't read the story about the turnaround of Robert Hubbs III, it's a great story. But Tennessee wouldn't die. They had a lot of fight in them, and it's a fun basketball team to watch. I'm impressed. I'm glad. I'm happy for them. I want them to do well. We did. I don't know if we're going to compete against Kentucky because they looked awful good Sunday too against Carolina. But yeah, I think they're making strides. They're predicted 13th in the SEC. So.
Big test for them Thursday. We're talking to Kevin Harmon. Thursday they come into Tri-Cities at Freedom Hall, sold-out game this Thursday night against a very good and very red-hot basketball team, East Tennessee State. That should be a fun one to watch. It's a complete sellout. Place is going to be rocking at Freedom Hall. And Tennessee, I mean, they're coming coming into some enemy territory.
We've got tickets a long time ago. They sold out very fast. And they're walking into a buzzsaw. Mm-hmm. Forbes used to coach at Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And nothing will put him on the map more to beat them in Johnson City. And it's a huge game for East Tennessee State. For credibility, they've won 7 or 8 in a row now.
Including a win at Mississippi State last week,
which was huge. Was a great win.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but first year I thought it would be a walker. After I saw the Chattanooga game, I said TSU's going to kill Tennessee. But now I'm not so sure. It'll be a great game. It's going to be a great atmosphere. The best thing to me will be that I would say half of that place will be Tennessee orange. So there's a lot of Tennessee fans up here.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of basketball fans too. So it'll be interesting to see what the split is of the crowd.
The atmosphere will be be very raucous to say
Yes,
the
it will.
least, because the Buck
It'll
fans.
be like that night I saw Ted Nugent in Freedom Hall in 1976.
Wang dang sweet poontang, wasn't it?
Snakeskin Cowboy.
Cat scratch fever. You went and saw Ted Nugent
I
in
saw
Freedom
Ted
Hall.
Nugent, Deep Purple, and Nazareth live in Freedom Hall, January 31st, 1976. You know, and Elvis was there that summer.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first introduction to Freedom Hall. I thought, this is pretty cool. They got I mean, that's a pretty impressive lineup.
Oh yeah, back
And,
then it was.
Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the Water.
Nazareth had just released
Love Hurts.
and Hair of the Dog.
From the Hair of the Dog album.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Wow,
And Miss
we're telling
Misery.
ourselves.
That was, of course, Ted Nugent had just put out his first album.
Cat scratch fever.
It was a Ted Nugent album with Just What the Doctor Ordered, Stranglehold, and he opened up with Snakeskin Cowboy. I'll never forget it, because that place just came down. And when you'd heard of him and Amboy Dukes, but you didn't really know. He had that hair with the flight on him, and he only played 45 minutes, but he set the tone, and it was
Tore the place up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite an interesting experience, and so I'm hoping to have that kind of atmosphere Thursday night.
And Freedom Hall, not Ted Nugent, but Tennessee and
East Tennessee State.
Gosh, let me tell you a couple of my stories. 1976, Charleston Civic Center in West Virginia, where I'm from. Dave Mason was the warm-up guy, and he had one hit. We just disagreed. He sang about 30 minutes worth of worthless songs, sang that one song, and then he came back and sang a few more, and we booed him off the stage, and he came out and said a few words and said, "I'll never come back to Charleston," and we said, "We don't care." And then the boys came out. First one out of the gate was the Eagles. One of these nights was number one in the country at that point, and man,
The
what a
Eagles
night.
were there?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Dave Mason backed up the Eagles.
He was fronted the Eagles, yeah.
Wow.
And then about 2 weeks later, I was a big concert guy. 2 weeks later, I go in and get it. I get backstage with Dickie Betts, Great Southern, 38 Special, and Leonard Skinner.
Dickie Betts from Allman Brothers.
And Leonard Skinner got backstage and hung with Skinner for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
To a radio promotion.
I saw him twice. Yeah.
Oh man, I was like
Yeah.
a kid in the candy store. Then I went to one called Mata Hoople
Yeah.
and
All the young dudes. Yeah.
and a group called Sweet from Scotland, I believe it was, and they were warm-ups to Kiss.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
saw Kiss. Saw him twice. Even had dinner with Gene Simmons one time.
Oh, we're going down memory lane. We're talking.
Oh, that's my previous life.
That's it. That's before the Lord got a hold of me. Absolutely, for the Lord saved me. We're talking again to our buddy Kevin Harmon. So basketball on the uptick on both sides of the fence for the men and women. What's going on? What are you hearing about the Music City Bowl and what's Tennessee's preparation for a very good Nebraska team?
Well, they had came out with an article with Todd Kelly, and he talked about the balls being all in for the bowl, and it's a big game. It's a big program. Nebraska's they're a known name
Absolutely.
that you're playing. They're going to be without their number one playmaker, wide receiver, but Tennessee's hurt all across their defense. I'm not really sure who's going to be back, but you'll have Kamara, you'll have Kelly, you'll have Dobbs. The offense seems to be in pretty good shape. The defense is where we're going to struggle. I hope they could put it together and get a good win. Recruiting is going pretty good. With the Trey Smith, the Cam Akers is the big name that's out there right now. And you've got Tennessee, Florida State. And, Florida State, Davin Cook's leaving early. Georgia lost a running back today because Chubb and Michelle are coming back next year, which kind of surprised me. So it's going to be an interesting holiday season, football playoffs and the Alabama parade and everything. I think the game started Saturday. You had some good NFL games on this weekend.
Absolutely. So if you're Butch Jones, we're talking to Kevin Harmon for a couple of more minutes here. Ben Foy, who do we get qualified, my friend, for the free cold cash, by the way?
That was Harold Deskins from Kingsport.
Harold Deskins of Kingsport. By the way, Ben, what is my Mickey Ticky time? How much time do we have in the show?
We've got about 12 minutes left total.
12 minutes. I've got to take another break here in a minute. Got 12 minutes left here in the show. We're live at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. If you're Butch Jones, last question. How long do you leave in there? You're playing for the future. You put Dorman in there and getting some reps. I know you start Dobbs, obviously. He's earned that. But at what point do you go, okay, love you, good guy, but we're playing for the future. We're going to get some reps in there from some of these young guys. Do you do that at all in this game or not?
Well, it's all going to be dictated by the flow of the game and the score. If it's a close game, he won't pull Dobbs. the guy's a senior and he's earned it. If it's a blowout, he'll probably do what he did against Kentucky. He calls a timeout and brings him out of the game so everybody can give him a hand, which to me was a very classy move. But it'll be like a regular game. They'll go the distance if it's not a blowout. If Tennessee gets ahead, I believe you'll see Dormady, possibly Sherion Jones. They will not burn Garantano's burnt red shirt for a bowl game. So I'd like to see Dormady get some reps.
I think he should.
He looked pretty good against Kentucky and Missouri. He throws a nice football. Big kid. Future's bright at the quarterback spot in Tennessee.
I appreciate what Dobbs has done for this football program, but we're looking for 2017 now. Let him play maybe a half, or let him get his due. Let him start the game. But I'd put Dormady in there anyway. But we got to get somebody ready for next year with some live action. So,
well, yeah.
There's no slap on Dobbs.
I think that he'll if it's a close game, Dobbs will go the whole distance.
So I'd say I disagree. I mean, I disagree with this process.
I agree. I know what you're saying.
Put him in. I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's what he's done all year.
Butch, buddy, the heat's on. 2017's around the corner. Joshua Dobbs done a phenomenal job for you for this program. But second half anyway, get this kid in there and get some reps, and let's see what he can do under fire and get ready for 2017. Orange-white game next spring's not the answer. Let's get him some live reps now. Whether it's Dormady, who would be the other one you would throw in there?
Well, Sherion Jones is the other quarterback that's not redshirted.
Right.
He was a four-star come out of California, and he tried to transfer, but he came back. And he's a vocal leader on the team. He's a good player. Purportedly doesn't have the arm of Garantano or Quentin Dormady.
Yeah.
You don't burn Garantano's red shirt. There's also a kind of rumor out there about new coaches coming in, quarterback coach. This kid, quarterback can make a difference. I mean, at Clemson, they kind of struggled. They didn't struggle. They don't struggle, but they get Deshaun Watson, and boom, all of a sudden they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, whole different ball club.
And it's also helped their quarterback recruiting moving forward because they've got some real stars coming in. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. Because a good quarterback could really go a long way.
Absolutely. I mean,
look what Hurts has done for Alabama.
You got it. Where's Alabama's Alabama? Yeah, he certainly complimented that offense.
He's added a dimension that they never had.
Exactly.
And a mobile quarterback.
Merry Christmas to you and yours, big guy.
Merry Christmas to you, Tom.
Yeah, we got lots to be thankful for.
Yes, we do.
Yep. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
I'll be here.
Be somewhere.
Tell me where you are.
There we go. I'm all over the place. I'm like Willie. I'm on the road again. Good man right there. Kevin Harmon with us again. Appreciate him. We're going to take our final break. Come right back. Hello to Larry Shively. Also hello to the Gator Man's watching. Of course, he's closed at Cherokee Barbershop's on over 200 brand new customers in 2016. We're very proud to say we've helped him with that. Can't take all the credit, but we have helped him with his advertising on our live radio show every day. Tomorrow will be at American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. Wednesday will be at Brummett Sports in downtown Elizabethton. Those last-minute Christmas shopping, gift-giving ideas to at a mom-and-pop sporting goods store. It's been around for 70 years. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. Hello to Roy Rucker. Roy came up out of the area last week and bought a truck at Champion Chevrolet. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate that very much. And then also want to remind you we'll be at Food City, North State of Franklin and Johnson City, coming up again on Friday, rather. Tomorrow, American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. Harold Deskins, thank you, my friend, for qualifying. And Betty Herring won some cold cash. We're going to squeeze in Jeremiah Clark. We can squeeze him. It'll be a tight squeeze. We'll get him on here coming up next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Alrighty, for Facebook folks, again, want to say thank you. Again, please like us and share it, and you have been, and also like our personal page, and again, like our Tom Taylor Sports Show page, like it and share it. We would appreciate that very much. Hello to Larry Shively Jr., doing a great job as Athletic Director Dobbins with it. The Gator Man, hello, you are the Gator Man, enough said. Also, of course, TuneIn Radio. We're now on TuneIn Radio. Hey, Jeremiah, come right. We're on TuneIn Radio as well now, so plus AM 790 and also WETV790.com. And also, of course, you're on Facebook Live. And Ben, let me set my timer here, see if I make sure I don't overdo this. How much time will I have, my friend?
Let's see, about 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We have about 3 minutes after we start back.
Okay. We will We'll have 3 minutes. You just tell me when I hit the timer, and I'll hit it. So I've got a timer here. I'll set it for 3 minutes, and there you go. We've got a lot covered today on this show. Thank you again, Facebook folks. Appreciate you very much. There would be our man. This is the guy that's responsible for you being able to watch this wherever you are watching and listening to this. It's this man right here, Jeremiah Clark, the man, the myth, the legend. So we'll get him on here in just a second. And next time we'll go over there to cut down on the glare, I guess. So, but I guess it's okay. It may be a good thing it's glare. You can't see me. So,
Face made for radio.
Facebook for radio. There you go. So, anyway, we're going to again continue to.
You're up. Go ahead and hit it.
Got a couple of minutes left here. Jeremiah Clark, take it away, my friend. If you're watching on Facebook Live, it's because this gentleman right here, again, AppalachianDigital.com. He's a phenomenal company. It's mom and pop company here in the Tri-Cities, and thank you. You watched us last week when you were in Cleveland, Ohio, right?
I did.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
And so tell us about Appalachian Digital real quick while we got time.
Yeah, so we do web design, web hosting, as well as social media management. And basically, we specialize in small businesses, helping them get their online presence built up. Because in this day and age, really, if you're not on the internet, most people are not going to find you and know about you. So we want to help you get yourself online so people can find you.
So the folks in West Virginia watching, or in Nashville, wherever, I mean, you're not limited to the Tri-Cities to help folks. Just give him a call or go to his website to see what he's done for other folks, including myself. He can do it for you at AppalachianDigital.com. And you're ready to roll up your sleeves and help them in 2017, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A lot of folks, so I know several folks will go out on their own and start their own business because they're working for the other man and they'll start whatever new business they've got, and as a result, we'll need some marketing. So whether you're an existing company, or if you're a mom and pop just getting started, or you're a lone ranger like myself just getting started, or we haven't gotten started, we're well over 400 shows now into our well over our second year of broadcasting. Get ready to click off 3 years coming up in February. So you can help any of those folks, an existing or a startup company, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So how does it, when you're in Cleveland watching this, I mean, I'm not being on that end of it. Is it clear? Is it?
Yeah, your show the other day came through very clear.
Yeah. So the sound is digital, correct?
Yes.
Obviously, by virtue of being called AppalachianDigital.com. And then the camera, of course, there's glare from different places we are broadcasting. We're trying to fix that. But again, this is the way of the future, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
More and more people are moving away from traditional radio and towards online broadcasting.
Yeah. So, but we're going to be on both AM 790 and also WETV790.com and Facebook Live. And it really is, I sit here amazed every show the folks are watching and listening by simply going on Facebook and Facebook Live. So it is what it is, and we appreciate you coming by. One more time, it's AppalachianDigital.com, right?
AppalachianDigital.com. You can see our work and also contact us.
There you go. And we're going to try and get him back on because we ran out of time. It's been a good show. Thanks to Tina Radke from Kingsport Theater Guild, Kevin Harmon talking UT Sports. Also, Shannon's been with us here, obviously, from the marketing director from Hardee's. And also Rob Cole from Base Mountain Park. All stop by here at the show at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. Don't forget, it's buy one, get one free thick burgers for the rest of the day here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights. All you got to do is come by and say you heard it. Either drive through or walk in. It's buy one, get one free at the old, can't beat it, at the old Hardee's here in Colonial Heights. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back with you tomorrow from American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City. And then on Wednesday, we'll be at Brummett Sports in Elizabethton. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet in Johnson City. Friday, the New Food City, State of Franklin in North Johnson City. Whew. Ben Foy, it's been a show, my friend. Thank you, as always, for backing us up. And, hey, we'll hook back up tomorrow and do it all over again. How many folks do you have on the general store today?
Oh, let me see here. It was kind of a slow day. We didn't have but 45.
45 in less than an hour on the general store today. That's incredible. So every weekday morning, of course, Ben gets you started from 6 to 10 here on the show. A lot of information and great Christmas music right now. And also, of course, as we said, the general store beginning right around 9:05 every weekday morning. So you can call and buy, sell, and trade on the general store that he does and does fantastically well, the general store here on WETB. Charles Stanley's up next, teaching and preaching as only he can. Thank you. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. And as always, we'll tell you, from Hardee's and Colonial Heights, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.
Wow, fast show.
Was a fast show. Again, Facebook, before I hang up here, I'm going to talk to Ben for a second, but again, our producer, again, like us, share us.
Like us, share us.
On Facebook Live, again, Tom Taylor Sports Show. Also, please like and share our personal page, Tom Taylor, again, on Facebook. And again, telling you, as we said, the thick burgers are buy one, get one free all day long here at Hardee's in Colonial Heights, simply by coming in and telling them you heard it. We certainly appreciate our buddy Shannon Phipps for allowing us to come over and broadcast the Hardee. So have a great rest of the Monday. Back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Doing it all over again from American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City. Again, thank you again for giving us a watch, give us a listen, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at 11 o'clock right here on Facebook Live. So long, everybody.